Welcome everyone, it's Vapors Dragomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. Okay. PSA, don't play League before you want to go to sleep. Because, I'm telling you, man, if that game goes bad, it goes really bad. Now, I have been working on food for my Templar. It's been a bit of a work in progress. Like, it's a lot of work making this stuff go up the food chain. Because let me tell you, there is a lot of things that have to go up the food chain before one champion becomes 6-star. It all really begins at the bottom with all these little 1-star champs. Because they're the ones that are destined to become 2 stars. And the 2 stars become 3 stars. And right now, since I'm not interested in farming, we're just going to go chuck some potions on him and demonstrate, because I'm annoyed right now. That's why. And I have spare potions and I'm annoyed. So it's that combination factor. And then, because I played some League and I regret it. I seriously regret it. I'm going to need to condense some more food again, starting with these guys, which the way I do them typically, and the way that most of the time I end up doing these little suckers, well, there is another way of doing it where you put them in the campaign with the other guys, which does sometimes happen, but there's also this method, and you will end up having to dispose of thousands, maybe even millions of these little suckers to make condense down into to mash them into something that champs worth using most of the time. Like champs, the higher rank champs are, you know, in better shape. Like this guy and Tormentor. Because this guy is going to go into, like, the stuff higher up the food chain. Speaking of food chains, we've got to continue our way up the food chain. That's a lot of spirit affinity. Okay then. Let's try this mixture. Oh, there's more 2s in here. I should have known. I should have known. There's a reason I'm targeting him. I do not want or need that Mortu taking a turn. Doesn't help that they have to have an Ignatius in here too, to be extra painful. I'll take it. I'll take that. Alright, well, we'll swap back out. Who do I want to put in here? Probably some Ally Protect. I'll just put him in. Eventually, I'm going to get my other guy in better shape. There's no use. Oh my god, I just realized it's these two again. Please. Okay, thank you. Oh, they're there again. Okay, so moral of the story. Try to kill both of them at once. There we go. Okay. Screw that. I'm just going to kill the rest of your friends, and then I'm going to come after you. How's that? How's that? You like that? Please. How many revives do they get? Oh my god. It's so annoying. Okay, this guy is also annoying. Get rid of the Blood Gorged, please. I don't need that. And yes, I did try to play League of Legends tonight, and I really, really regret doing that. I highly regret my decision to do that. Probably the worst decision I made of the night was me attempt to play League. Alright, so we're going to keep climbing. Here it looks like we're going to want Spirit. I will be putting more Savage Gear on him as a nuker. But yeah, it looks like we're going to want Spirit. I do have a Farrakhan, I just haven't built him out yet. Somehow Syl is doing good damage, which, I don't know, may surprise some of you. She does damage. Don't ask me how Syl does that much damage or why Syl does that much damage. She just does damage. I mean, I know people are like, yeah, Syl doesn't do damage. She kinda does. She kinda does. She's also durable, surprisingly. Now, Cleoptrix isn't durable, but she's decent in the damage department. Okay, we're returning to... We're returning to the combo. I will be developing my... I may need to get an Armiger in here. But the reason I go for this strategy is simple. Because I like the damage that this strategy does, and usually it's quicker. If it's not, we'll change it. But right now, I just like the double nuke strat. Especially because I just want to get to the next boss, kick its butt, because I'm in a bad mood. I know Dark Fae's in this rotation, and I hate Dark Fae, but we're going to have to deal with that anyway. There's no two ways about it. And there's also no two ways about the fact that I am going to be destroying this Raglan before she gets anything done. Because if Raglan gets anything done at all, we're done. We're dead. So that's my primary reason why I don't want anything, because Raglan will just perma revive, and it's disgusting. I'm gonna bring out the Cleopteryx, because there's some spear affinity in play. That's why. Perfect. I'm gonna go for the shaman because I don't want the shaman to get anywhere. There we go. Floor 15 gone. Let's give this a go. I thought that would end. Oh, it almost did. It almost did. Yeah, like, get that increased crit rate, crit damage stuff. It's not bad, you know. There's a reason I'm going for that monster, because I don't need him to, I don't need him to cause massive amounts of hell. I really don't. That would be preferable. This guy's also a problem. This guy back here. Sandlash, she's a problem. But not as much. What do we got? I think it's time to bring the Ugo out with the combo. So the reason I'm bothering with this combo is because I am actually very afraid of these buffs. When I'm afraid of buffs, I bring the Ugo. Like when I'm truly afraid on here, that's who I bring. I bring the Ugo because I don't want the buffs taking over the world. I'm going for him because I don't want the lock cooldown skills. Because that would, like, you know, that would suck. I'm happy you guys did not get to see my day on League, because it ruined my night. I was having a perfectly fine night, and then I decided to play League, and that ruined everything. And I'm just trying to redeem myself with this Doom Tower run. I'm hoping I can beat this rotation. I don't know if I can. But if any account has a chance of beating this rotation, it's this one. Because the thing is, let's go for the usual tri-booster. If I need Armiger, I'll go for it. So far, haven't needed it. Generally, with these teams, you have to focus the Reviver first. Otherwise, you're going to get bloody owned. You want nothing to do with that. I'm getting rid of Grunch Killjoy first because I do not need Grunch causing me massive amounts of problems. I'm saving my decreased defense for the next wave, because I know the next wave is probably always the worst. You know? Okay, good. Perfect! Ace in the hole. This one we're going to want a hybrid. Now let's try a hybrid. I mean, Cleopteryx, you can use other budget options like Outrider. I just prefer Cleopteryx due to her being easier to build. You will get her regardless, but the main barrier to entry for Cleopteryx is when you get her. Because she's a late game fragment summon. And that is her primary issue. Because the thing is, I didn't pull her. That's the crazy thing. I actually didn't pull her. I actually got her from login rewards. That's right. I got her from login rewards. This should give you an idea how late game this account is. When I'm getting this champ from login rewards. Yeah. Granted, her biggest weakness, as you might have saw, she's weak to magic affinity. as you've seen. And she also is fragile. She's not a tank. Even if you get her build with perfect damage, she's still fragile. Got him. Freaking Scarab again. Okay, a Magic Affinity Scarab. How do I want to set this up? Spirit Affinity. Spirit Affinity Scarab. Drex is bad versus this. I'll try this team for now. But I'm gonna make it a little bit more accessible. Because I know you guys are not gonna like not accessible teams. I mean, is there a shield champ on here that I have other than Valerie that's accessible? Of ones I've built out, not really. Well, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna put Vogoth in here for healing. And you're like, what? This boss hurts. That's a reason. Yes, I can put High Katoon in here. And Armiger, but the reason I put Vogoth in here is for the sustain. Because this fight hurts. This fight hurts. I don't even think this will necessarily work. I may have to put Deacon in here. But this fight hurts. Vogoth is very useful in all parts of this tower, by the way. If you have a Vogoth, I urge you to build him out, even if... because he's useful everywhere in this game, practically. Like, he's not the most useful clan boss champ, but he's useful everywhere else, including, but not limited to, Arena. He's useful in Arena versus very specific teams. You basically can't beat a Leorius without him, because Leorius does so much burst. You need something to negate the burst of Leorius, and Vogoth can do the trick. Literally. He negates the initial burst and allows you to kill a Leorius. Okay, so... I can see how Beauregard might be useful here. Wait, I'm dumb. I am so dumb. I am stupid. Why did I do this? I didn't put the Vergus, who probably naturally has a destroy set on, in here. Why did I do it? Because I need a destroy set. I could re-gear him with destroy gear right now, but I'm tired. I want to do something good. I've had a bad day that mostly began with me trying to do League of Legends. Oh, that game makes me so mad. It just does. It just gets under my skin so much. I can't make it work most of the time unless I'm on the one champ. And even then, it's up in the air because the people are, everything in that game is just relentlessly savage, and I just don't want anything to do with it. And if you get behind, you're usually good as dead. Even now. Even with the so-called damage nerf patch, I don't even feel it. I do not even feel it at all. The game just hurts. I don't want anything to do with it. Like, Elder Scrolls Online, I can stand. It has reasonable stuff. Sure, there might be some one-shots or something in PvP, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, it's completely fair. And people aren't mean as much as they are in League. And everything. It's better. Oh, maybe he doesn't even have destroy gear. Well, either way. Either way. Don't know why I don't have destroy gear on, but I'm not gonna go reset and do that. I have some masteries. It'll do some damage to the boss. The reason I don't bother to put Ally Protect on him, by the way, is because if I do, the boss will react in a very unfavorable manner for me. And that's just how it is. There's a lot of the time if you don't have destroy gear, the key after that is just to pray that your War Master procs go through. And it's a slower fight, unfortunately. Because here's the thing. I know I can beat this boss with this. Because I have War Master. War Master does 1% of the damage. And the main thing you don't want to do in this fight is wipe. You don't want your team to wipe. So if your team isn't fully wiping, it's an improvement. Because regardless of whether you have destroy gear or not, you should be able to beat this boss. Although masteries are highly recommended in this fight. The hardest part of this fight is trying to get your damage off before it does like its thing. I might need destroy gear on him again. I really don't like to say that, but I might need it. Because otherwise, this boss kind of puts you back to square one. Though I think what really did it was me using the ally protect. So yes, I have to do it. Let's just do this comp. I will try other teams versus this. I just want to do something to make this quicker. Because I just don't want this to take all night. Or mean everything. I don't want this to take forever. It's already taking forever and I want to end this. Because the reason you want destroy gear is that you want to make sure that his health bar is permanently destroyed so that he can't regen if he steals buffs from you, and you can heal your team or whatever. Like, you can make permanent progress versus him and keep chipping away his health bar, because inevitably you're going to want to heal yourself and he's going to potentially steal it from you. Or shield yourself, yeah, and he's going to be a problem. See, and it also breaks the barrier. I don't like to put him in destroy gear, but you kind of see where I'm coming at with that. Because you want... You want to chip his health permanently. It also breaks this spectral horror barrier, which you really, really want to break that. Yes. The other one is going to be a lot harder to do because I don't know where the container is to do it with. To wash it. I don't know where it is. No.
It's just outside the front door, oddly. Just outside the front door.
Alright. See, this is where when we get closer to breaking this barrier, we start doing a lot more damage to it. And hopefully... if all goes well... There we go. Block its revive. There we go. What even is the tournament now? I have to get all of that for a void shard? Wow. At any rate, I'm still developing food for the next big event, but that's why you want Destroy Gear versus Scarab.